Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. It is a very beautiful Thursday afternoon here in Southeast Asia. You are in the morning. In Africa, it's still in the morning. Well. I've been waiting for this time to come around because so much has been happening around the football world. Yes, this morning, I don't have much about Chelsea, but I have a lot for you in this global world that we are, in this football world that we are. Yes, I have a lot to talk about, but then, no matter what, I must still start with Chelsea. Yes, there is always a news about Chelsea. So even though majority or most of what I'm about to present right now is about other clubs, the happenings around Europe, I still must touch on one or two things regarding Chelsea, right? Okay, let's get started. Yes. Victor Osimehn has scored last night. I don't know, you already heard that. Yeah, if you were following the Champions League game between Barcelona and Napoli, you realize that Victor Osimehn scored the only goal for Napoli. With the arrival of a new coach, would that be a turning point for Napoli and Victor Osimehn? He actually was at the right place at the right time, scoring the goal that is needed for Napoli in the 1-1 draw against Barcelona in the Champions League. All right. Meanwhile, it has been confirmed, or it's in the news, that Napoli striker Victor Osimehn is a target for PSG as we speak. Now that PSG realized that, yes, they finally are losing Kylian Mbappe. They are finally losing Kylian Mbappe. No going back for Kylian Mbappe. They now turn their focus on Napoli striker Victor Osimehn. PSG are targeting Napoli's Victor Osimehn. Manchester United's Marcus Rashford and Barcelona Javi this summer. It came up in the news a few days ago, actually, but it wasn't so intense. We never took it serious, but right now it looks as if Napoli are already in talks, or PSG are already in talks with Napoli regarding Victor Osimehn. How far did Chelsea go? So far, what is Chelsea doing? Our agreement with Napoli true or what? Well, as it stands, the truth of the matter is we have not done any agreement with Napoli yet. There is no agreement with Napoli yet. Talks were ongoing. Todd Bowley flew in about a month ago to Naples. Yes, that we are aware. Talks were ongoing with Victor Osimehn, being persuaded by his idol, Didier Drogba, and Mikel Obi. But as at now, nothing concrete. There is no agreement in place. This is where some of us, we have been a little bit scared or skeptical. Because if you were Victor Osimehn, if I were Victor Osimehn, there are three things that I will look at. Three things that I'll be looking at before signing for any club in Europe in the summer. Number one, the financial aspect of it. Yes, number one that I will look at should be the financial aspect of my new contract. Because after all, football these days, by 31, 32, most players, they are retiring due to injury situations. So if I were Victor Osimehn right now, number one thing I will look at is the financial situation. Yes. Number two, if I am to sign for PSG or I'm to sign for Chelsea, where am I playing my football? Do I have European football to play in the season? Do I have Champions League football to play? Or I'm only going to be focusing on a domestic league? And if Victor Osimehn, or if any one of us really want to choose, next season, you definitely choose PSG because they are surely going to be playing the Champions League. Currently, Chelsea's position, nothing shows that we could make it to the Champions League position next season. But PSG is automatic. They will surely be there in the Champions League. Yeah. That is it. Yeah. And if you want to look at it critically, PSG has an advantage over Chelsea. They have advantage over Chelsea. And so Chelsea can only hope, we can only hope that the love to play in the Premier League can persuade Victor Osimehn to Chelsea. We can only hope that his idol, in quotes, and his senior brother, a legend in Nigeria, Mikel Obi, will be able to convince him. Otherwise, if it's about the financial implications or where he is to play next season in European football, then Chelsea will definitely lose Victor Osimehn to PSG. So right now, we can only hope and believe that those two things will not work against us. Maybe the love for Chelsea, the love for the Premier League could convince him, not necessarily financially or financial implications. Because if it's about finance, our owners made it very clear. They are cutting down on costs, salaries and wages. So it ended Napoli 1, Barcelona 1 last night. All right. In some other news, Porto 1, Arsenal 0 in the Champions League. FC Porto 1, Arsenal 0. Mikel Arteta's team finished the game with 0 shot on target in 96 minutes. My goodness, 0 shot on target for Arsenal against Napoli, against who? FC Porto. Against FC Porto in Portugal. This is serious. 0 shot on target. Well, breaking news. Yes, at this stage, Javi Alonso will prefer to join Bayern Munich over Liverpool, according to Pletigo. According to the sources, what we are receiving is that Bayern Munich are the favorites to sign Javi Alonso from Bayern Leverkusen. Like I said to you in my previous video, or I think last night, yeah. He had 3 options. He has Barcelona, he has Liverpool, he has Bayern Munich. All these 3 clubs, he has love for each because he played in each of these clubs. But right now, it's coming clear that he will prefer to join Bayern Munich over Liverpool. Yeah. All right, to Manchester United and the new ownership. Manchester United and the new ownership, yes. Sir Jim Radliff granted interview. He's been speaking at length. He spoke at length yesterday. What the Glazers were not doing, Jim Radliff is doing that. The Glazers, you will not hear from them. They don't speak to the press. You don't know their plan. You don't know their thoughts. But Sir Jim Radliff has been speaking about his plans for the future for Manchester United. He is open to the press and he spoke at them. These are a few things that he said. He said there is no comparison between Chelsea and Manchester United. The scale of Manchester United is incomparable to any of the London clubs, to be honest with you. He is saying that no one should try even to compare Chelsea to Manchester United or any of the London clubs. That Manchester United, the gap between them and Chelsea or London clubs are very huge. Very huge. Well, you can say so in the past 20 years. Yes, the past 20 years, but the later part of from the last 15 years, 16, 17 years, 15 years, when you look at the trophy cabinet, Chelsea had more. More especially when Sir Alex Ferguson retired. Chelsea had more. But when it comes to tradition, yes, that we know. In England, even Liverpool, I don't think, can compete with Manchester United in England, in general. So let's just admit, Manchester United is a huge club. But when it comes to trophies in recent years, they are nowhere near Chelsea or Liverpool. That is just it. That is it. That is it. So Sir Jim Radcliffe might be right in a way, but might also be wrong in a way. Yeah. And he continued. He said, I think Dan Ashworth is a 10-10 sporting director. He graded Ashworth that he tried to sign or get from Newcastle as their sporting director. He will be very good for Manchester United. It is understandable that somebody like Dan will see the Manchester United job as a very interesting challenge at this stage of his career. He's already rated Dan Ashworth 10 over 10 as a man to take Manchester United to where they belong again. Well. And he continued to speak. Sir Jim Radcliffe on investing in Manchester United. He said, it's a boyhood dream, but they never come true normally. This is the exception. My investment is ruled by the heart. This is not a financial investment for me. if I wanted to make a financial investment, I would buy another chemical company. I love this from him. It's not like these are owners that came in for the financial aspect of it. This man came in like Abramovich came in with a love for football, with a love for the football, not financial investment, not a business investment. He came in for the love to win games. And that is why he's laying foundations right now with top-notch directors. Our owners came in, like they said themselves, they said they saw Chelsea as an asset. An asset. And they even continue by saying that the previous owner was running Chelsea in the sporting way. The sporting way was perfect, 100%. The sporting way, but financially, the owner was not running it financially. But in the sporting direction, yes, excellent. That means that Abramovich was looking at football, Chelsea, as a sporting event, not a financial gain. That they came in right now, they are looking at the financial aspect. Yes. Look at what this man is saying. He said, if I wanted to make a financial investment, I would buy another chemical company. So why would this American businessman come in to buy Chelsea for financial gain? They could have gone to buy oil company. Why didn't they go to buy an oil company? They want to spoil our sports for us. Our heart, our mind, our soul is in the sports. It's in the football. It's in Chelsea. The only reason I got involved is because I want to see Manchester United restore to where it should be. I might be biased, but I believe it is the biggest and most well-known club in the world. It should be playing the greatest football in the world. You see? This is what the man was saying. And he concluded by saying, talking about Mason Greenwood, he said, we will try to understand the facts, not the hype. We will use values like, is he a good guy or not? Could he play sincerely for well? Would we be comfortable with it? Would the fans be comfortable with it? Then we will decide. Talking about Mason Greenwood, who is now playing somewhere else. He's a Manchester United player, just on loan. Yeah, due to the rape issue, he had to be sent away temporarily. You see the way the man is speaking? Well, dear friend, before I let you go, I started with Chelsea, and let me go back to Chelsea, and then I'll end with Chelsea. Klopp, on the upcoming game with Chelsea, this is what Klopp has to say on the Carabao Cup final at Wembley with Chelsea. He said, are we big favourite? Definitely not. Since we played them, Chelsea improved a lot, and it will be tricky. So he's playing the mind games that they are not favourites. Jurgen Klopp is saying that they are not the favourites to win the Carabao Cup final. He's trying to play the mind game on us. Well. In conclusion, before I let you go, yes, Reece James has flown to Doha to continue his rehab following hamstring surgery in December. Club insider says this trip was always the plan at this stage of his schedule, with James joined in the Qatar capital by a member of the medical staff, a member of the club's medical staff. So Reece James, our captain, has flown to Doha, and it is part of the plan for his rehabilitation. Member of the medical staff will be joining him there for his treatment, for his rehabilitation to continue in Doha, Qatar. All right, dear friend, I will see you in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.